everybody? It is time for the Xbox showcase for the Planet Coaster Secret Santa, guys. We're going to jump right into this, keep this video pushing right along now that we've got our PlayStation guys out of the way here. And we're going to start right over here with this box. We have, I think this was labeled here, it is to Blood Wet Tamp, and this one is from Birdie. So I'm excited to open this up and see what you got in here, man. I did talk to Birdie a little bit about this one, and Birdie did not have a lot of time to create something brand new for this, so he actually, I think, retouched and did some edits on a previous build to make this kind of a wintry theme. But, like, I really like this. I've seen this before, and I thought this was so cool. It's like this stained glass kind of look here to it. Some old cabinetry stuff. Maybe looks like part of, like, the ruins of an old castle, or maybe, like, maybe like Hogwarts was falling apart. Maybe you got like a magic castle that's slowly falling into ruin. A lot of different stuff you could do with this. Blood Wet Tamp, man, I'm excited to see if you utilize this anywhere, if you put this in a coaster build or anything. Birdie, thank you so much for making this as well. I know, like you said, you didn't have a lot of time, but you still revamped this, did some touch-ups to it, and you still got in on this with us. So always a pleasure to have you, and we're going to keep it pushing right along to the next build. Blood Wet Tamp, enjoy your little scenery piece here, man. We're going to move right over here to this one. Since we're doing this on the Xbox, the recording's a little different. I'm not going to have these nice little cutaways like I do with PlayStation and whatnot. So it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. Okay. This one is two Flooded Tombs from the one and only Kep 1969, guys. Let's get in here and see what we got. Okay, we got a gallows and a teepee. I have a feeling I might know why you built this, Kep, and I won't say out loud because even though it's public knowledge, it's not super public knowledge. But I have a feeling I know why Kep built this specifically for tombs. Very, very cool, man. I like the gallows here, and this teepee's very well done, actually. These circles are not hard, or not easy to make, I should say. But even then tapering it into a smaller circular pattern at the top, even more difficult to do, I imagine. So, very cool little build. I have a significant feeling that tombs will get some use out of this. Kep, thank you so much for taking part in this, just like I've, thanked everybody else for this. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate everything you do, especially for the channel and everything else. And Tombs, man, enjoy your present here. I assume that you'll get some use out of this with one of your current projects you've got going. We're going to move right on over to this one here. We have Mauser, who had the one and only Dude Man, the 1930s guy. You know him, you love him. He's all about his 1930s park. This was definitely the most creative packaging that I have seen. Everybody else kind of made a box, or some people like me on Xbox and PlayStation didn't make a proper box, but this packaging, I love this. You could have just presented this as your gift with this little kind of like Krampus demon monster thing. I'm not sure exactly what he is, but he's freaking sweet. I know that much. Anyway, guys, we're gonna pop the box off here. Dude, man, congratulations. You are the proud new owner of a custom car with Christmas tree in the back. Look at this thing, guys. Completely custom built. Got his own license plate on the back, and he's hauling in his Christmas tree at the last second to get it put up in the living room there and have a good little experience with it, man. I really like this build, dude. This is nice. Mauser, thank you so much. Dude, man, I hope you like this. I'm sure you'll find a place to put this somewhere in one of your builds. And thanks again, guys. Mauser, awesome job, dude. Absolutely awesome. And since we just did Mauser, we will move right over here to Dude Man, who had Mauser. We had two people on here that got each other, and it appears that Dude Man has made you a canopy for a carousel and or some other variation of a flat ride here. So we have a custom canopy piece, awning, whatever you want to call this. I'm not too well versed in what this structure would be here. But I mean, hey, you could even put like a little dance floor under here, all kinds of things, an eatery. There's so many things you could do with this. So, dude, man, this is very cool, dude. Nice little custom piece. Some of these rounded shapes, even though you've got it squared at the edges, it's still, a circular shape here to a degree. So, again, not easy to do that kind of stuff, and really cool to see you branch out and make this little thing. So, thank you so much for adding this to the collection here. And Mauser, I'm sure you can find something to do with this. I'm sure you can incorporate that somewhere into some kind of a build that you've got going on, man. And let's see, we got these two back here. Oh, man, these are all three coasters. You know what? We'll go do mine in the back since it's probably the weakest of the three coasters here. Because yes, Clouds had to build something for someone on Xbox and PlayStation, and I had so much recording to do and everything else that I didn't get a lot of time to work on this, and I apologize greatly for it. But I got Heavy 1201 for the Xbox side of things, guys. He was a bit of a late entry into this, and there was nobody to partner up with him. So I went ahead and made him a coaster. I know he's a coaster guy. I typically see him do these very large, very extravagant, either aero loopers or B&Ms, very big, sprawling layouts. So I thought it would be kind of neat and time convenient for myself to make a bit of like a family coaster. I wouldn't say necessarily a kiddie coaster, but more of a family coaster that's a little bit on the shorter side. And maybe you can incorporate this into your park somewhere, man. There's your stats, guys. 6.03, 4.93, 2.88. It's not anything special, but we'll pop a ride on it here, and we'll hope that Heavy gets some use out of this little ride here, guys. And there it is, y'all. Short, sweet, to the point. It's not really anything all that special. Again, Heavy, I do apologize that this wasn't a more extravagant coaster. I did the best that I could with the time that I had allotted to me after this was all said and done, man. I did smooth it out. I did do this, but I'm sure you could make some touch-ups to it, maybe even re-edit the whole thing, or just delete the damn thing. Who knows? But it is your Christmas gift, so please keep it. We're going to move on to the next one over here. We have Bentman, who had kept 1969, and this one was really cool. Actually, this box was so big, I had to see what was in it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a massive box. So I did already peek at it. It's not supported, which I didn't go through and do any of that. I didn't turn on the in-game supports either. I just left it the way it was. Kep, if you want to utilize this, you can create your own custom supports. You can turn the supports on if you would like to. Either way, it is just the ride layout, and then we do have I'm assuming this is supposed to be some kind of like a spaceship or something along those lines. It definitely looks like a launch deck, maybe like a naval carrier even. I'm not entirely sure. I think it just looks kind of sci-fi because of the pieces used, but maybe it's even like a I'm not good with my military terms. The giant ships that the fighter jets launch off of, whatever we're gonna call that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop embarrassing myself. We're gonna put it into test mode, and we're gonna hop on this and see what Bentman has made for Kep. We don't want train 2. We don't want that. I want seat 2. There we go. Everybody, enjoy your ride here on Bentman's coaster for Kep. Got a little custom music kicking in, okay. Oh, a little smoke show. See, man, we ride this, and my little coaster's just back there going to shame right now. Very cool stuff, man. I really like the design of this, how you've done this kind of like I said, fighter jet boat here, or spaceship. I'm not sure entirely which, because, we don't have terrain for this, so it is just kind of floating in the snow there. But either way, man, absolutely awesome. Really like this. Thank you so much for taking part in this. I think this is the first time I've seen your name pop up in any of the things that we have done. So huge kudos there. And Kep, man, I really hope you enjoy your coaster. Maybe you can find something to do with this. I'm not sure what park you would plan on incorporating it in if you do. But you have a fully built coaster ready to go whenever you would like to put it somewhere, man. We're going to keep moving on. Thank you guys so much for this one. Alrighty, guys, over here we have the one and only Mad Catter. And Mad Catter had, hold on, let me pull up my list because it seems that I am absolutely brain farting on who Mad Catter had. Let's see my list here. Mad Catter had Bentman. How perfect is that? Because we just covered Bentman's. And I believe that Catter also had a little bit of a poem here that went along with this ride. So we're going to pull this up for you real quick. To Bentman from Mad Catter. 'Twas the night after Christmas, and Santa's work is all done. The sleigh has been emptied, so it's time for some fun. Nestled away from the missus, tucked away in his man cabin, awaits a gift for the big guy that needs some unwrapping. A bag of some Kush mistletoe and a bottle of Jack, with a mission of getting wasted and ending up on his back. As the night goes on, tipsy and red-eyed, it's time to take the sleigh out for a good old joyride. Soaring through the trees with a view of all the land, with a spliff in his mouth and whiskey spirits in his hand. Hold on tight as you fly through the sky, with your captain at the helm as Santa DUI. I absolutely love that. I love that you did a poem incorporated with it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to get right on in here, Mad Catter. And if you guys know anything about Catter, he is an absolute coaster beast. He focuses on the realism, the G-forces, everything else. I'm not deleting his box because it did say just enter through here and at night. So we will touch this down to some nighttime there and get a look at it. We're going to go up in here to the cabin for Santa's Joyride, guys. I'm super excited for a Mad Catter coaster, and you guys definitely should be too. Bentman, I think you will get some usage out of this. I don't even have to ride this thing to tell you. It's going to be awesome. Elves Gone Wild, Triple X pay-per-view, $40. Santa, you've got a Mrs. Claus in the other room, and you're paying $40 for this tripe, dude. Go give it to the wife like a proper Claus. Anyway, enough with the jokes. These are fucking terrible. I'm sorry. We're gonna hop on this ride, guys. A little transfer track there, I see, of course. Okay, that definitely felt like more of a joyride, as it says, than like a thrill coaster. I was thinking since Santa was a little tipsy that maybe this thing would be a little bit more wild and kind of all over the place. But it was a very, very compact, very nicely done, a bit more mild Gerstlauer type of ride here. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. You know, it's not going to go that fast with something that does these tight turns and maneuvers and things. Overall, very good, nicely smoothed out. Absolutely, like I said, love a Mad Catter coaster. And Bent, man, I hope you enjoy this one and find some good use for it, man. It's already nicely themed out and everything for you here. Got the snow on the ground, all the trees are already covered, the lights are covered here, so this should be pretty easy to just plop into place somewhere if you want to utilize this ride. Mad Catter, huge shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for taking part. We always appreciate getting a coaster or anything else for that matter from you. And Bentman, Merry Christmas, man. I hope you enjoy this one. We're going to pop back outside here, hit the lights back up. I don't think we have anything else in this current sandbox, but we do have a couple more coming at you guys, so stay tuned. We will get to those here in just a brief moment. All right, y'all, we're going to move right over here. Next up, we have Heavy 1201. He was a last-minute entry into this one, guys, and we did not have another Xbox player for him to give a gift to. Therefore, this gift will be going to yours truly. It's Clouds. That's me, everybody, in case you didn't know. Yeah, thanks for joining the channel. But at any rate, I'm going to grab this gift from the Xbox. That means that since he did not have anyone, no one had him. So I also made Heavy a gift on the Xbox as well, which we will get to here in a little bit, guys. I'm going to delete this box here because it's not all one piece, so we'll grab the corner of it. And let's see what I got, guys. I got a roller coaster. All right, and Heavy is very good on his roller coasters, man. He builds some really, really good ones, so I'm excited to see this. Who knows, maybe this will get used in a future project if I ever decide to come over here and work with you Xbox guys. How about that, huh? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I got a lot going on already. We're going to shut her down. Throw her into test mode. First person camera. Look at those stats, guys. 6.65, 5.52, 1.88. Heavy has made me a good coaster. Let's take a ride. Oh, looks like I forgot to delete a piece of the box up there. I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't get it. Really cool, nice little whippy ride, man. Not anything too extreme. I feel like with the exception of the loop, you could fairly easy call it a... Oh, nope, it's not a family coaster now. There's two inversions. Yeah, I lied. Very cool, though, man. Very smooth, very good stats all around. I like this a lot. I could definitely see myself inserting this into a park somewhere. It would not take up a very big footprint whatsoever. It's irking me. I got to delete it. There we go. All right. Threw a little Christmas tree in there for the holiday spirit. I like this, man. I like this a lot. Thank you, Heavy, so much. I know you weren't aware who your gift was going to or who had you, but I didn't want to tell you who had you and, you know, whatnot. So, again, man, appreciate this. Awesome gift. Really, really love it. We're going to keep it going, guys, and right on into the next one. Blood Wet Tamp, guys, and Blood Wet Tamp. I am so glad this is not a contest or a competition because just like Cheen and a couple other guys, you went ahead and made a park file. And I'm accepting it because this is not a challenge. This is just for Christmas. This is just to have fun. But holy crap, man. I said make something and put it in a box. And you started building a park. Birdie, this is your creation that you have received for Secret Santa. So, Birdie, you have the start of an entire park here as your Secret Santa gift. However, the main course here, the main attraction of all of this is right here. And you have the Raven, a B&M dive coaster that Blood Wet Tamp has made for you. And after seeing his Diamondback recreation, guys, let me just say I am excited to ride this because that recreation was as spot on as I have seen any recreation done. And I don't think this is a recreation of anything, but I'm ecstatic to get on it and ride it. Before we do, though, we're going to check out the rest of this because we have two coasters. We have some shops here. We have a flat ride. We have some more little themed shops around here, some flat rides again. I mean, you've literally started building a quarter of a section of a park here. You're at 40% with just what you have here. This is absolutely wild. Whoever gets this, or I guess not whoever, I guess Birdie, when you get this, start editing this, man. Really, like, hammer in and get something in here and, like, turn this into something. I would be absolutely thrilled to kind of see you take this and see what you can do with it if you do find the time. But if you don't, hey, perfectly fine as well. You got a half of a park already built for you here. We're going to hop on the coaster, guys, and give it a quick test run. Looks like the coaster was already open. We didn't shut her down first. We're going to have to wait for all the guests to leave. I'm going to ramble until then. All right, and we're off. Very classic B&M dive here, man. Awesome ride, man. Absolutely classic to a B&M dive coaster. The pacing and everything. These coasters don't go super fast. They kind of take their elements at a little bit more of a lull. They always have, not always, but typically have that mid-course kind of, it acts as a brake run, but it also acts as a second dive. All your elements are spot on. I hate this game for what it does because your stats came out so just low on this coaster because the park guests are like, wow, I hate it. It's terrible. When in reality, like, you have built a true-to-life B&M dive coaster and done a spectacular job with it, in my opinion. So screw what these guests say. I don't care if they think your ride is boring. I think it's great. I'm sure Birdie will think it's great. Thank you so much, Blood Wet Tamp, for taking part in this. Thank you for building half of a damn park for this contest. This one, or whatever you want to call it, Secret Santa. You went absolutely just above and beyond with this one. Birdie, enjoy your new half of a park here. We're going to keep moving right along to the next one, everybody. We have, I think, one more to show you guys here, and it is from the one and only Flooded Tombs. At Flooded Tombs Secret Santa gift. This one is to Mad Catter, guys. We've got a little box here to Mad Catter over here with some instructions. I know you guys are thinking, wow, a Flooded Tombs box. This is really like a pretty small creation for somebody like Tombs. What's going on here? But this box is actually just a series of sequencers for that box. What we have over here is another box with the instructions, which I've already gone over. I have to do the same thing for this one that I did with Cheens, which I've already had some practice at, so I'm pretty well versed in it. I'm going to make sure our game is paused here. Play the sequencer. I'm going to go over into the Enter Display Sequencer mode. Sorry, after we delete the box. That is, of course. And then enter the Display Sequencer mode. There we go. Holy freaking crapola there, man. That was absolutely nuts. I genuinely don't know that I've seen a fireworks and an audio display that well done in this game. Maybe I have. If I can, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I do know this was a centerpiece contest that Toombs did. He kind of did what Birdie did as well. Didn't have too much time, so he did some editing on an old build to kind of revamp it for Christmas, which I'm sure Mad Catter's going to be perfectly fine with, man. I mean, look at this. You could put this thing at the center of any park. It doesn't matter what park you build, and you could edit out some of the snow in this, and you could fit it into anything and make this absolutely spectacular. The lights coming across this, just every little detail about it was just so absolutely well done, man. Cannot believe this. We had two really, really excellent light and display shows here, guys, with the music and everything. So, Toombs, dude, absolute awesome job. Thank you so much for entering this in for this. I'm sure that Mad Catter will appreciate this and view it often. Catter, enjoy your new gift. And guys, thank you so much for checking out the Xbox side of this. That's going to do it for this one, y'all. I think that's going to call it here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I think we're going to move right along into it, guys.